I'm embarrassed to admit this, but it has everything to do with my spiritual awakening and journey and the way that we change as we get older. So I will admit it. When I was younger, I used to think that treating people the way I want to be treated was going to end me up in many amazing relationships where I was treated wonderfully because I was going to be this shining example for people of how to treat people well. And that is not how it worked out. It worked out as a lifetime of being a people pleaser who wasn't treated very well. And I was resentful and angry because I was a gigantic doormat and I didn't understand how that happened. Because here I was being such a great person, and why didn't people understand that this is how you treat people? And what Spirit showed me is that the way we show up for people and the things that we do for people isn't about returns. That's not why you do good things for people for what you're getting in return. The way you show up for people is about you. It's about who you want to be in this world and how you want to treat people. Because life isn't about teaching other people lessons or showing them who they want to be. It's about you and who you want to be. And the younger generation doesn't seem to understand that. And of course they don't, because this is accumulation of life experiences, right? So when we say treat other people how you want to be treated, that is about you. Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up in life? Who do you want to see when you look in the mirror? It isn't about how do you want other people to treat you? Not really. It's how do you want to be in this lifetime? Who do you want to show up as? Because that's the thing you start to learn as you get older. Not how do you want other people to be, but how do you want to be? Sorry for the pause. My brain is still buffering after surgery. So I realize that this video makes me sound harsh, but it is harsh. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I wasn't always a great person, and it sounds really not nice because life isn't always nice, right? And I still get like that ding inside when I hear all these spiritual people talking about people pleasers and, what not great people we were, that we were people pleasers and we were like looking for people to validate us and this and that. And, a lot of it's true, right? It's true. And it's okay to look at the mistakes that we've made in life and be like, yeah, that wasn't great that we were doing all these great things because we wanted validation. And there's a lot behind that, right? Gen X was a tough time to grow up. Our parents were wherever, but they had a hard time too, right? Because boomers didn't have a great life, right? We've all struggled. The younger generation is struggling because we had a hard time too, right? But this is what Spirit's telling us, is that we all had our struggles and we're all having a hard time now. But we can get through these things. And part of getting through it is admitting the things that we had to face and now finding a way to get through them and make it better, right? So, what do we do with this information? Well, the first thing we do is that we realize these kinds of things. So, the first thing that we're going to realize from this is, who do you want to be? You want to be someone who realizes that treat people the way you want to be treated means when you show up the way you want to be treated without any expectations of how that person's going to treat you. But if they're not treating you well, you still treat them well, but you walk away when you're done and you don't keep going back for more. And you move on to a situation that's better for your higher self, right? It doesn't mean you treat them bad because they're not treating you good, but it doesn't mean you stay and continue to treat them awesome all the time. You got to think about you too. So that's what we're going to focus on now. And I'll see you next time. I'll work on the buffering thing, but there's not a lot I can do about it.